It's Teacher Lucien, the smiling teacher. And I just thought I'd share the major differences between level 3 and level 4. Now, I'm not talking about the students because you're going to have students at all levels of experience. More so, the content and expectation is today's discussion. So, I just finished a level 4 class. And when I went to check on my Facebook, which is what I always do after I finish a class, I see these posts, and they're often about the science in level 4. How hard it is, how boring it is, how difficult it is. And I am not saying science is the difference between level 3 and level 4. What I am saying is the expectation is different between level 3 and level 4. So when you see level 3, you are forbidden to use what they call incidental language. They encourage you to repeat, repeat, repeat. They don't necessarily ask that the student make a real connection to the word, more so to be able to say it. So these are the things and the expectations in level 3. So why level 4? That is the difference. Yes, you are to repeat, repeat, repeat. But the kibosh that was put on incidental language, throw it out. Why did they remove that kibosh? Because now we need to get into the nitty gritty. Not taking 4 hours to explain stuff, but start checking to see if the student actually understands this word, or are they a robot and they are repeating because you said the word hello, 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 and then they still would not know to say hello when they see a new person. So that is the major difference between level 3 and level 4, the expectation of connection. So, what that means is I see the science as a chance to really see if the student is making a connection to these word vomits that they're used to just repeating like a robot. This is what my student sees when they first come into a level 4 class. Now, teachers have choices. They may just go, "Hi, how are you? What's your name? How old are you? Did you go to school?" Yay! Great. I do those things. But then I notice there are 2 words that the student has been voted most likely not to know. They don't know these words. So I ask them, and I type it in the chat box, aquatic. What is aquatic, Bao Bao? Now, why am I asking that? Because I've looked through all these slides, and the major crux of all these slides is that they know the difference between an animal that is aquatic and an animal that is not. So you can go through these slides and do the level 3 lesson. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Check to see if they said it right. Go to the next slide. But then you're failing the student at level 4 because they not only need to repeat, they need to comprehend what's going on. So often I steal your level 4 student at the sciences because the parents notice a difference. They're not dumb. They don't speak a language. It doesn't decrease the intelligence. The parents notice their child, when they leave me, knows what these words mean, can use them, and if they take them to an aquarium or to a beach, the child is able to conversate about it. Why? Because even though none of the words are in red on this slide, I know there are 2 sets of red words, aquatic and semi-aquatic. And I do it quickly. I'm like, what is aquatic? Deer in headlights. I get it all the time. Ha! And I've drawn a picture of water and a picture of land because I'm not manicam yet. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. I promise. But I'm like, does an aquatic animal live in water or live on land? Then the connection happens. They're like, water, good, water, good. And then the next thing I ask them, because I'm like, okay, good, they know aquatic means water, but do they know what animal is in there? This is like lesson 9 or lesson 4. These are the types of, this is when I'm inviting this conversation. I'm like, is this an aquatic animal? In a New York minute, I'll throw a shark up there. And they're like, yes, sharks swim in water. Yes, we're making the connection, Bow Bow. What is a shark? Now I'm going to make them use the word. And they give me a beautiful sentence because these babies do know how to make sentences pretty much by unit 2 of lesson 4. So they're like, a shark is an aquatic animal. Good job, Bow Bow. And I'm typing semi-aquatic. What is semi-aquatic? And they're going, they live, and they start piecing it together. They see aquatic, so they're going to usually give you water. And so I'm like, they live in water, and then I show them the image of land. And on land, are these animals that live in both land and water? They're like, yes. Who lives? And they're yelling frog before you can finish. Why? Because they know about a frog. Okay, the Chinese are not shirkers when it comes to education. Third graders can tell you that frogs live on water and land. And once the language barrier is gone, they can shine their intelligence. You, by taking time on those 2 words, have removed the language barrier and your assumption of a student, and they are starting to like throw out that knowledge that they've had since birth. Not really since birth, but you know what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying here. The difference between level 3, which is a lot of robotic parenting, and level 4 is that connection. You want the vocabulary to start making connections in their real life and their real knowledge. You have students that know this stuff already, but they got a problem. You don't speak their language. They feel like you're too dumb. No, just kidding. But you have a language barrier as a teacher. You didn't realize it because you're like, I'm teaching English. No. See, sweetie, you can't communicate with them in their language and they're having troubles communicating to you in your language. You're both learners. Okay? So, since they can't talk to you in Chinese, remove the language barrier and they will be able to, in English, tell you everything their teachers, their awesome teachers in China have taught them on these topics. So, next time you say this topic is boring, ask yourself, what level student are you actually teaching? Are you teaching a level 3 or are you teaching a level 4? If you're teaching a level 4, then the boredom, it won't be there because you're too busy making sure the students are making connections. All right. So I hope that helps you when you're sitting in these classes, going through level 4 material, repeat, 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 listen, 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 correct, 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 and connect, connect, connect. I will see you in the classroom.